the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Kings in Sacramento. Well, for Sacramento, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And you talk about the Oklahoma City.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Sacramento Kings. So Sacramento will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Thunder five right now.
Whoa! Stop it! The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook, the rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
Christie kicks to Defiance. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Anthony on the double team. Down low, here's Adams. The shot's good on the assist by George. Adams has got his first points in this one.
Well, just the ability to have the kind of vision that Paul George has, exceptional at getting his teammates the basketball.
Taken away by Anthony. And the dunk by Robertson.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
He dishes it to Carmelo. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Maybe up top. Defiance stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Anthony kicks to Adams. Inside, here's George. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
Well, listen, this is an aspect you've got to guard with Paul George. He's got post-up ability to go with that perimeter skill. This guy's tough.
Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Robertson, and the dunk by Robertson.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Weber kicks to Bibby. Passes it to Christie. Feeds it to Weber. Here's Bibby. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
It's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Defiance sets a screen. Christie against Grant. Stolen by Grant. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Grant.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, they get it back. Defiance kicks to Stojakovic. Sacramento again missing. The Thunder leading by 17. Shoots a three. And they will call over the back on the play.
You can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Right, because you'd rather have guys playing aggressive and physical than being too timid.
Some changes for Sacramento. Pollard comes in for Vlade Defiance. And it's Jackson in for Mike Bibby. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Patrick Patterson. Paul George, he's checked in for Grant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Alex Abrinas. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Kings ball.
Brown, he's checked in for Weber. The Kings trail by 17. Outside Jackson. Kicks to Stojakovic. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Shot to stop the run. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
Peja Stojakovic. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. So here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. Oh!
And, guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
The shot's good from Powell.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
The kick out to Westbrook. Back to Anthony. Shoots over Brown. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Anthony's got 5.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Kings trail by 20. Pass to Pollard. On the money from 12 feet away. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Anthony left side. Shoots over Brown. And no good that time. Westbrook against Christian. And it's Pollard missing. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Westbrook with the bucket. 8 points for him.
Everyone on D looks a step slow in transition as they keep getting beat down the floor.
And here are the Kings now. There's the feed to Stojakovic. Outside for Jackson. Christie against George. Brown with the screen on Felton. There's the pass to Pollard. Stolen by Westbrook. And oh, here we go. Felton's got it. The fast break chance. Count the basket.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Brown, good.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
From the inbound, we're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the Thunder running away with this one. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
I mean, so far that they're not settling for outside shots, really attacking the paint.
I think that's what you've got to do, right? If the looks on the...
The Thunder leading by 20. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Roberson. Paul George is out there with Anthony. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Kristen in at the 1 spot. Here's Christie. And they pick up 2. Christie's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Kings. Here's Kristen, guarded by Jackson. Christian can't get it to go.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love. The effort on the defensive end.
Sacramento shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
For Sacramento, Doug Christie. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Some changes for Sacramento. Adi Divac checked in for Pollard. And Bibby subbed in for Stojakovic. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Abrinas is checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Kristoff. And Christie drops them both. The Thunder leading by 16. There's the dish to Patterson. Right wing. Pass to Abrinas. Oklahoma City moving it around. Patterson can't get it to go.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
Jackson passes to Christie. Back to Jackson from past the arc. Westbrook pulls it in. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Bibby with it. Westbrook picks him up. Bibby kicks to Divac. Out to the wing. Jackson in the corner. Tries again. Shot's good by Defiance. Defiance has got his first points of the game.
That's a big payoff for crashing the offensive boards. Go to work.
Here's Westbrook. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I like to watch Russell Westbrook mix it up inside. This guy can jump shoot, drive it, or if you give him a close window, he'll finish that as well.
Timeout called by the Kings.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
The Kings making a switch here. Weber's checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Nick Collison's checked in for Grant. Paul George comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Anthony subbed in for Roberson.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Weber against Anthony. It's blocked.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Back to George. Collison kicks to Anthony. He goes up again. Collison, no good. The Kings trail by 18. Outside Jackson. Over in the corner, Brown. Floats one, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony. Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Doris, as always, this question about resting players. Fans pay hundreds of dollars for tickets and parking and everything else, expecting the healthy guys to play. Why shouldn't there be a requirement for them to suit up?
Well, again, you have Commissioner Adam Silver attempting to address this and making it known during the finals that there would be some limitations based on the ability to rest players, that there would be strong encouragement to rest players at home because your fans obviously have more of an opportunity to see them at home. Listen, Kevin, I think fans need to be able to see the stars. At the same time, it's a strenuous 82-game stretch. Have we addressed it in terms of lengthening the season and shortening the preseason? What I do like is that the NBA is aware that there is an issue, and they are working proactively to fix it.
As is their custom. They always do that.
Correct.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Collison, and finished off by Collison.
You can see Russell Westbrook building the confidence of his teammates, fires it to them when they're open.
Weber against Anthony. Here's the teardrop, and it's Weber getting. minute to go. Weber's got 4 points this quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, you take all doubt out of the equation. Patterson throws it down with force.
The Kings trail by 20. Bibby kicks to Jackson. Brown against George. Knocked loose. Here's Weber. Anthony with the block. 5 to shoot. Jackson kicks to Bibby. That 3 off the mark. The Thunder leading by 20. Patterson dishes to Westbrook. Outside Anthony. This one for 3. Rebound by the Kings.
Boy, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
And he makes that one. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, maybe a little bit selfish to take such a tough shot instead of passing it off. But, boy, as long as it's good, he won't hear about it.
Pollard, he's checked in for Sacramento. Stojakovic comes in for Brown. And then for Oklahoma City, Andre Robertson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Felton in for Nick Collison. Bibby against Westbrook. Here's Robertson. It's rebounded by Pollard.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Miscue there. Hadn't had many of those so far, which is a big reason they're ahead.
Christie, he's checked in for the Kings. Now Bibby. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Sacramento now. It's an 18-point game. Bibby passes to Weber.
Yeah, this is when Melo's at his best, when he's active on both ends of the floor.
Weber can't hit. The 11-footer. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Roberson's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
The Kings trail by 20. Here's Christie. Goes back up. Weber gets the bucket. Weber's got 6 points in the quarter.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Anthony's shot is off.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 5 steals, and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the pace.
Oklahoma City leading by 18. Mike Bibby out there with Christie. Then there's Divac. And Spacious Stojakovic, and it's Weber in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Nick Collison.
Sacramento on defense. Westbrook with it. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Defiance. Here's Christie. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight, efficient and effective.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That one misses for Westbrook.
I think one of the things that makes Russell Westbrook so unique is his hunger. He puts his heart on the line during every possession. Forget every game, every possession.
Goes up off the inbound, and Weber throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. He gets it in there.
Well, the concentration of Westbrook, right? The defense is in his grill, and he's sinking tough jumpers.
Bibby kicks to Stojakovic. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Paul George with the steal. And then George with the jam.
Oh, Kevin, that is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Weber kicks to Defiance. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
The Kings shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Free throw good, Defiance. And it's the Thunder with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. Westbrook kicks to George. Dishes to Collison. Anthony against Stojakovic. The shot by Anthony, no good. The Kings trail by 19. And here's Stojakovic. And the call will be against Nick Collison. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Collison. Grant comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Alex Abrinas is checked in for George. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew.
Oklahoma City on D. They have a 19-point lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings.
Bibby dishes to Stojakovic. It's good. The assist this time from Bibby.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Down low. Here's Adams. And Adams. With the slam.
Yeah, this is why Adams is such a high percentage shooter. If he gets close to the rim, he's going to finish with authority.
And stolen by Patterson. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Ball going up court, and Adams with the slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
For 3, Bibby. The shot off that time, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. Weber against Patterson. A stupendous finish in traffic. Patterson's got his second basket of the night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And stolen by Patterson. Here's Abrinas, 13 feet away. Poked away. It's stolen by Defiance. Here's Stojakovic, and it's blocked. Here's Abrinas, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first personal foul.
The Thunder have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Sacramento making some changes. Pollard, he's checked in for Defiance. Brown comes in for Weber, and it's Jackson in for Bibby. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Westbrook's checked in. No good on the second free throw. This Kings squad is struggling. Outside Jackson, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Sacramento, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. There's a good screen. He kicks to Stojakovic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. Sacramento again missing.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Patterson passes to Adams, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Sacramento ball.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
To the middle to stop the drought. It's blocked. Fast break. Here they come. Takes it from 10. Here's Abrinas. Lays it up and banks it in.
And much of the offensive production has come from their willingness to get out and run.
And it's Sacramento's ball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson passes to Christie. Clock at 6. Fires, high post. Here's Pollard. Up and in from the low block. Pollard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Westbrook kicks to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Brown outside. Pass to Christie. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Christie's got 6.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Grant outside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. He feeds it to Adams. He can't get it to go.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Christie. He's got 6. Back to Jackson. With the teardrop. The shot comes out. It could go. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Now here's Jackson. Doris, for you in evaluating how good a player was over his career. You can look at analytics, statistics, whatever avenue you want to take. How important are the rings, the championships in that equation for you?
You know, I know there is some conversation that's saying if you don't have a ring, your career wasn't great. I would say this to you. Karl Malone and John Stockton are in no way diminished in terms of their Hall of Fame credentials simply because they lacked a ring. Sometimes it's the era within which you're operating. Michael Jordan was the greatest player of his generation. Some would say the greatest player of all time. I would say that Karl Malone and John Stockton, unfortunately, were at their peak, in the peak of maybe the greatest player, Michael Jordan. So in no way is someone like Patrick Ewing diminished in terms of his stature and greatness simply because the Knicks were never able to break through. I don't buy that argument.
You frame that so well. And he makes the first. Some changes for Sacramento. Lottie Divac checked in for Pollard. Weber comes in for Brown. And Bibby subbed in for Christie. Chris Dunn's checked in for Oklahoma City. And both free throws good from Stojakovic. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Feeds it to Carmelo. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. No good on that one. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
Here's Roberson, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Weber can't hit.
Cannot believe he missed that. I'm sure he can't either.
I agree. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Kev, this is how athletic Paul George is, an absolute monster around the rim.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Sacramento making some changes. Smith comes in for Stojakovic. Davis is subbed in for Jackson. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Hustis comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Kyle Singler's checked in for Roberson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Chris Dunn. Outside Westbrook, lets it go with a three. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 19 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here is Weber. Defense right on him to stop the run. Rejected by Collison. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
From the left block, rejected by Collison, and he gets it back. Second chance shot. Goes up again. Singler outside. Pass to Hustis. Back to Collison. Oklahoma City moving it around. Singler for three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Weber's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The second chance effort. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the outcome of the collective bargaining agreement and a potential 11-year stretch of labor peace, one of the longest in league history. Doris, what does that mean for this great game of ours?
Well, it means certainly that we can all take a sigh of relief. Everybody wants to play basketball and see basketball played. So great for the players, their representation, great for the league, and certainly great for the fans and the television partners.
And Doris, I sense such fairness on both ends, too. It really is a partnership.
You know, I think it would be wise for both the players and the ownership to remember they need each other to peacefully coexist and to thrive. And when you're trying to get an agreement that does the best by both parties, this is what you can have. You can have a long stretch of labor peace that makes everyone happy.
Well said. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. To the inside. It's good. The assist this time from Bibby.
This guy's pulling his weight tonight. The guys around him need to pick up the slack and start following his lead.
And there's the pass to Abrinas. Wants to get it to Collison and does. Count it. Collison's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Down low, here's Smith. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Doris, looking at the way the playoffs are set up, the top 8 teams from each conference get in. So at what point might the league eliminate divisions altogether?
I don't think that's far in the future, to be perfectly honest with you. What I'm as curious about, Kevin, is would they ever see the teams regardless of Eastern or Western Conference, because there seems to be some disparity in level of competition. Is that something you'd like to see, Kevin, where the teams are simply seeded 1 through 16 based on record?
I don't think I'd mind it, Doris, but I do like the fact that, kind of like in the other sports, where you don't have the familiarity, but you always think about what would it be like to see a 5-game series, Cleveland Golden State, whereas in the regular season, just there and at home. And there's something, I think, kind of mysterious, and you can project so many different things. It's great fodder before a series begins.
No question. It'll be very interesting to see which direction the league goes in.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And the Thunder with some changes. Paul George comes in for Alex Abrinas, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Josh Eustace. 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Screen by Adams. Anthony kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Over Weber. Westbrook missing again. Smith against Adams. Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Westbrook dishes to George. To the paint. Collison kicks to George. Great D that time from Davis. Jackson against Anthony. The feed now to Smith. He dishes it to Weber. Takes the 13-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
The defense getting a little lazy there. You can't give him those shots. He'll make you pay every time.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Cans it from downtown.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
The drive by Collison and finished off by Collison.
Well, superb decision-making from Paul George. Effortless when setting up his teammates with the pass.
Knocked loose. Now Weber. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.